Hello, this is FE Zeldalord12345 and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Since last time, what I did is instead of continuing from our last save file, I loaded up an older one that was after we cleared the barrel challenges with Phil and Get Thunder. But after that, what I did is I went straight to Deep Jungle instead of going through the Coliseum battles. But now that I have Cure, let's do the Coliseum battles again. This is what I originally intended in my Let's Play, to get Thunder in Olympus, then go to Deep Jungle, and then come back to Olympus for these battles. However, I decided not to do it because it would disrupt the pacing of the Let's Play too much. I didn't think of it at the time when I was doing my test runs. So let's see how it goes. Well, we all know it's going to be easier, but how easy? That easy. Yeah, Goofy's pretty happy about how much we've improved. Yeah, these guys really don't put up much of a fight anymore. I didn't even need to use magic in that fight. I might as well show off the rest of the battles. I do have some things to talk about. First off, I'm not sure if you're able to tell, but I'm recording this in post. Why? Well, mainly because since I've gone through this before, I feel like if I go through it again with live commentary, then it'll start to get a little stale for me, so I'm just rewatching this and recording myself at the same time. Post-commentary has been a little troubling for me because I'm sure some people have noticed, but whenever I record something in post-commentary when I want to say something, it sounds pretty different from how I was talking live. For the longest time, I was not sure why that was the case, and it made me kind of not want to do post-commentary at all. But I think I figured it out. What I think is happening is there's some difference in how I sound if there's some game audio in the background or not. I'm not entirely sure why that's the case, but that's how it seems to be. I recorded some post-commentary when I was doing the Gummy stage last time, and it seems to be fairly close to how I originally sounded. Still not perfect, but whatever. It was satisfactory. Well, Donald died, but still an easy fight. I think I should also talk about how I've been rating the bosses. I feel like the numbers have been a little self-explanatory, but I'm not too sure about that, so I'll talk about it now just to clarify it. If I rank a boss a 1 out of 5, then that means they're piss easy. It does not take any effort to defeat them, and it's a boss that can help give Kingdom Hearts the title of Button Masher. So, they're nothing to worry about. If it's a 2 out of 5, then you do have to put some effort into the boss fight. However, you still shouldn't die unless you're either really careless or just suck badly at action games. But 2 out of 5 shouldn't be too bad. Now for 3 out of 5 bosses, that's where you can expect to die. You will definitely need to put some level of effort into the fights. You shouldn't die too often, but even so. And so far, there really hasn't been too much of a world of differences between 2 and 3 out of 5s. Well, what I mean is that they've been the most common throughout the Let's Play so far, where they're usually a 2 out of 5 on Standard and a 3 out of 5 on Proud. I feel like that's been a fair judgment. Now, as for 4 out of 5 bosses like Cloud, those are fights where you should expect at least one death, unless you're either really cautious or really know this boss well. Heck, I was both during my fight with Cloud and I still died once. Was it once? I forget. As for 5 out of 5 bosses, you will die. I'll just say that right now. You will not defeat them on your first try. And that's pretty much it. What's going to be tricky in terms of bosses and rating them from here on in is now we have Cure. It really makes these fights a lot easier now that we have more ways to heal ourselves than just potions. With potions, not only did they take a while to use, but you were capped on how many you could have. With Cure, you technically do have a cap, but not much. You can regenerate your MP during battles, so you can get more cures. That's going to make you take a lot more hits, and it can really detriment the difficulty for the bosses. If that's right word I'm looking for. Like here during this fight with Cloud right now, I barely put any effort into this fight. Right now, as I am, well, I'm not entirely sure if it's in both Cure. Well, there's Cure, and there's also the levels that I got from going through Deep Jungle. I think it was only 2 levels, but still. Oh, and we have the Deep Jungle Keyblade, of course. That's a good factor. But yeah, I think I would rate Cloud a 2 out of 5 in this circumstance, even on Proud mode. I just didn't feel threatened at all when I was fighting him. I was pretty relaxed at the time when I was playing. As for what his difficulty would be on Standard under this circumstance, I don't know if I want to give him a 1 out of 5. Definitely no higher than 2 on Standard, but... just doesn't feel right to give Cloud only a 1. Now as for the next boss coming up here, oh, I would definitely give him a 1 out of 5 on Standard. As for Proud mode... I'm not sure if I'd give it a 1 or a 2. I think I'll still keep it at 2 out of 5 because, well, my main problems with the Cerberus fight before is that I was just rushing in and getting hit by this bite attack here. But when you know to not do that, that's when the fight becomes pretty easy. But if you don't know, then you're going to get hit fairly often. So... I don't know. I think I'll give him a 2 for now, but... yeah, with Cure and the higher strength, Cerberus is no longer a threat. Admittedly, Cerberus, during my earlier playthroughs, is the main reason why I chose to play out of order, because I was just having trouble with him. But now that I know how he works, it's not really necessary anymore. As for how you should handle this fight, now that you have Cure, not too differently. I still recommend using Thunder and just having 1 MP for Cure. Just in case. You get much more MP in this fight than you would in the fight with Cloud. So that's always good. And that's pretty much all I have to say in terms of difficulty. Oh yeah, that's something else important. You notice how Sora wasn't able to use Cure by the time he landed on the ground? Well, that's because Cure takes longer to cast than other spells, so you're going to need to jump a little higher if you're going to do the lag canceling technique that I do. I think that's pretty much it. I guess the last thing I can say is, so those who are watching this around the time I'm releasing them, sorry that these are taking a while. I feel really bad that these are coming out as infrequently as they are, like, roughly once a week. Maybe a little less than that, but still, it's ridiculous. I started doing this Let's Play in late January, and it's already the start of April. And this is the 14th episode. All I can say is, college can be a total bitch. I'll just say that right now. College really hurts my motivation. It's not just the amount of time it takes, but the amount of effort that I have to put into the work that I'm given is just so taxing on me that I really don't feel like recording or editing. It's just too much work for me at that point, and I just feel like relaxing, browsing YouTube, playing games on my own time. And I just don't feel like recording. So, I'm sorry that these videos are taking so long for those who are watching. But hopefully you'll be patient enough. I mean, I haven't received any complaints about it, so I guess it's alright. It's still something I want to improve. I want to take that, not sure how to put this, that feeling of not doing anything and trying to convert it into energy for editing and recording. As far as recording goes, it shouldn't be too bad. I do enjoy recording these. It's mainly the editing that I kind of fear. It just feels a little too taxing at times. Well, I think that's all I've wanted to say, so next time on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, we'll return back to Traverse Town, and we'll meet with Sid. So, see ya next time.